Hey everyone, a warm welcome to this channel, Jurist Sisters, an exclusive platform to propagate legal awareness among us. I don't want to waste time anymore, so please let's get started. Well, as I told you earlier, this channel of Jurist Sisters is solely based on the maxim ignorantia facti excusat and ignorantia juris non excusat. Basically, this maxim is derived from the Latin term, which goes on with a meaning ignorance of fact is excusable, whereas ignorance of law is not excusable. So, what is the meaning of this definition? Ignorance of fact is an excusable because if any act is done under a mistaken impression of a material fact is excused. But sometimes, however, ignorance of law is not an excuse. So this maxim is applicable to both the civil and criminal cases. You must know the purpose of this maxim first of all. So the ultimate purpose of this maxim is that if ignorance is being considered as an excuse, a person charged with the criminal offenses or if he is subject to any civil lawsuits, he would merely claim that he or she is unaware of the law in question to avoid his or her liability. So, under law, he should not excuse or he should not escape himself from the liability or whatever the offenses for which he is being charged under law. So, in this slide, I am going to talk about what is law. So, before answering this question, why we all need to know what is law? Obviously, the responses from you might be based on the two things alone. First thing would be if you wanted to pursue law in future or we have to face rules and regulations in our day-to-day life. So we come across many legal rights all the time. Take if in case the instances if we're going to purchase any goods in the shop or if we did any purchases from the online, we are getting benefited in some way from the consumer protection laws. So the definition of the law would be the law is the system of the rules which is enforced by the government or any controlling authority or maybe by any state to govern the behavior and the conduct of every citizen in the country. In India, the law is made by the parliament and which is the law which is made by the parliament is executed by the executives, which in turn forms the rules and regulations based on such laws made by the parliament. So basically the formation of law is influenced by the constitutional frameworks or the constitutional matters of every country or by any other sources followed on the whole. So the laws which is made by the parliament which shapes the entire country of all the sectors like politics, economics, history, the society. So you all understood the definition of law now, which is not a simple one to describe at all. Let us move on to the functions of laws now. So basically the law functions in several forms to keep in order in the society. The first function would be to protect the human rights and the second would be civil liberties and the third would be to preserve their democratic life by enabling the political system in the country and to facilitate the economical activities like businesses and to protect the consumers of such businesses and to regulating the relationships like marriages and on the whole finally to maintain world's peace. So we look at the law as a set of rules and regulations we come across in our day-to-day life. For instances, if we see any rules and regulations made by any organizations Like if we are sitting in a library, the sticker would be pasted like, please don't talk in the library. And during the traffic, please follow the traffic rules. Don't cross the road without zebra crossing, or please don't drive overspeed, etc. I'm damn sure that the things which I have said is not a law. So what make the rules, some of the rules which is to be made by the parliament is said to be statutes. The reason behind which we allow the parliament to make laws is that to ensure whether we are following the proper traffic rules or not, or we are driving in a proper speed limit or not. So if someone violates the traffic rules, or if he overspeeds in the road or drunken drive, he would be punished with fine or imprisonment. So this is the way the safety is ensured by every state through this formation of law. So who will make this law? The parliament as the supreme law-making authority when we compare it with other government bodies. It has its own sovereignty to create laws. Only he can make laws. None other than that. Guys, you all know what is law now. And you have come to this next slide called Why Do We Need to Know What is Law? Only three things for which the law is needed the most. The first thing is to maintain the peace in the society at large and to enforce the standards and to promote the social justice without any discriminations. In this slide, we are going to see about the types of law. There are four types of law is in existence as of now: criminal law, civil law, statutory law, and common law. As you all know, an individual is a social human being who does various kinds of activities in his day-to-day life. When he is doing his activities, it may be of beneficiary to someone, or his activities may cause harmfulness to anybody in the society. So, to govern him or to regulate his behavior, the regulating authority or the state introduces the laws which controls or to prevent his family or to prevent himself in indulging any crime against the society. So to lead his life happily and in a peaceful manner. So basically the criminal law is a kind of law which says an offenses which is considered to be an offenses against the society at large. So the offenses committed by an individual is against everyone in the society. So it is the offenses against the society at large. But these offenses are not against a particular individual alone. According to the criminal law, the police has to play the vital role in the society to enforce the criminal law. The offenses are classified in the criminal law because such wrongdoing threatens all the people around as the same thing, the victim of it. So, this criminal law is governed or taken by the police or the public services, but not by the private individuals or the private lawyers or the investigators. So the criminal law is basically dealt by many laws. So Indian Penal Code 1860, Criminal Procedure Code 1973, and Indian Evidences Act 1872. So next comes the civil law. This is the kind of the law which the action does not consider to be a crime. So the civil law is between the two individual or two or more individual. Basically, there are different type of civil laws in this country. Law of torts, law of contract, family laws, personal laws. Personal laws is in sense the regional laws or the religional laws, or property laws. The law of tort is a civil wrong, whereas law of contract is also a wrong when the two or more parties enter into an agreement. If one party in the contract violates the terms and conditions in the agreement, he commits the breach. So he need to pay off the compensation or the damages to the other parties in the contract. Whereas the family laws is dealt in different criteria like marriages, child custody, adoption, maintenance, divorce, etc. And the regional laws, every religion in the country is governed by its personal laws, such as Hindus are governed by Hindu Marriages Act, Christians are governed by Indian Succession Act, and Muslims are governed by Shariat law or any other personal laws, and likewise Parsis laws, Jews laws, or any other laws pertaining to their religion category. So all such laws, all the cases under this law is governed or dealt or listened or heard by the court of law is in the jurisdiction. The next comes the, so other than these kind of civil laws, there are newer sections has come and added on to this, like same-sex marriages, conceptional rights, and surrogacy, etc. Likewise, property, the real and the other personal properties will governed by the Transfer of Property Act. So next comes the statutory law. Statutory law is nothing but the legislative law. Legislative law is nothing but it is set down by the national, state, or by the local municipalities. So this is the law which is in the format of written one, which must be codified enough. Only then it can satisfy that it is a statutory law. Common law. So next comes the common law. Common law is nothing but the judicial precedents. The origin of this common law is from the UK or England. The judicial precedents, if in case of instances, if any cases is brought upon before the court analyzes the case and investigates into the matter of law, and finally gives the judgment which is used as a precedent for the future cases, is said to be as a common law. Whereas the statutory law, it makes the laws by keeping in mind the future scenario and then which may arises in the future, and then it makes laws. Whereas the common law, the already decided case has been referred or which is recorded can be referred for the future cases also. That is called common law. So now we are at the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and I hope you liked it. Please do subscribe, comment, and like our channel, Jurist Sisters. And also, please be connected with this for every updates and every legal doubts or legal related matters. Thank you so much.